Are y'all ready to see my indecisiveness when it comes to today's video? Because it is going to be hard, and I feel nervously excited for how hard this video is going to be to film today. Hello friends, I am so very excited that you're here. It is day 17 of the 25 days of Shoujo manga, and I am very, very excited for this video. Last year, I actually did a Build Your Dream Shoujo team with $15. I guess you would say girls edition. One of my really good friends reached out, and I don't remember how it came about, but she's like, you should do a boys edition. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna save that for next year, and that time, that opportunity is here. Let me tell y'all, what I do for this is I ask Patreon channel members, I'm like, hey, I need, just give me as many shoujo guys as you want to share with me, and then I take all of the names that they've given to me, I put them in the wheel of names, use that randomizer to create a board, I'll just say bingo board, but create a board where we have different tiers. We have a $1 tier, $2 tier, $3 tier, $4 tier, and $5 tier to randomly put those guys on this tier, and then I have to use $15 to, choose my dream team. The hardship of deciding. Now, just so nobody comes with me, I'm doing the same thing I did last year, where if you would like to see how this board came to be, the names that were chosen, please check out this video. It is completely unedited so that there is full transparency of how this board was made, because I don't want anybody to be like, why is this X character in the $1 tier rather than the $5 tier? Now, one thing I want to say, and I mentioned it in that video, is there were 6 guys who didn't make the list. I feel like some of the biggest shoujo boys right now in ongoing shoujo manga, and they didn't make the board. And I was like, I feel so bad. I didn't do this on purpose. Remember, check out that video for full transparency. But just with the list we have today, y'all, it is hard. It is hard. But first, let's talk about who's on this list. I'll start with the $1 tier, and I will work my way up, and I'll tell you everybody's on there. So, starting with the $1 tier, we have Iori from How I Met My Soulmate, Himuro from The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl, Kai from Hatsuharu, Kyo from Fruits Basket, Boris from Alice in the Country of Hearts, or you could say the Alice in the Country of Clover as well. For the $2 tier, we have Izark from Far Away, Genji from Kakurio, Zen from Dreaming Sun, Sasayan, I hope I said his name right, from My Little Monster, Yukari from VV Rose. For the third tier of $3, we have Yuri in The Name of the Mermaid Princess, Zen from Love That's an Understatement, Takamiki from Oron Host Club, Yo from High School Debut, and Taejun from Yona of the Dawn. For the $4 tier, we have Zen from Snow White the Red Hair, Kyuta from Otoku Vampire's Love Bite, Obi also from Snow White the Red Hair, Suna from My Love Story, Hajita from Orange. And for the $5 tier, we have Hanoni from Genshin Call Love, Takio from My Love Story, Tetsu from Wake Up Sleeping Beauty, Ichikura from Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent, and then Iji from Kimi Todake Soulmate. Look at this board, y'all. Look at this board. It is so intense. So I have done really well of trying not to think about my choices, because I wanted this video to be like, we're deciding here. I haven't decided before, and it is funny. I will say, now when I was putting all the pictures in, for the board, I was like, we're gonna go with delinquents. We're going with team delinquents. But then I saw like Suna from My Love Story. I was like, Suna is not a delinquent, and I would love him to be on my Shoujo Dream Team. So I think last year for the girls edition, I did like what would be a fun outing. There's so much variety here for the boys that I really don't know the direction I want to take. I really don't know. Originally going with that delinquent that I was going with, I thought about doing Zen from Dreaming Sun. Now, I haven't read this series. I don't know if he's a delinquent, but he looks like a really fun and easygoing, happy kind of character. I was like, he just looks like so fun. Now, I will lock in Genji from Kakurio for $2. We're locking Genji in, because regardless of where we are, I feel like he is going to have it made for the food. I guess no pun intended. I'll help him make food, but I do feel like Genji, he might be on his own here, because I can't cook no Japanese cuisine, but he can. Plus, he's really cute, so it'd be really fun to have him. Like, if we go out to eat, we're not cooking, it would still be great to have Genji. I love his character so very much. I really am tempted to say Ichikura, y'all. I love this series. I've gushed about right now. It is still held true. It is my #1 favorite series of this year, but Ichikuro reminds me so much of my husband, and I don't know how it would be to go on an outing with Ichikura. Like, I need his best girl with us too, you know what I mean? But these are just the boys, so I don't know. I don't know. I also really want to say Izark because I love Izark a lot. I love him. Same as Yo from High School Debut, but I feel like Yo would be too subtle, and I feel like there could be the potential to him give me advice. This is not an advice outing. I want us to have fun, okay? I want us to have fun, not give me advice, because I feel like he would still give me good advice even as an adult, even though he's a high schooler, okay? I feel like it would be good advice, but that's not what I want. Honestly, I thought about saying Hanoni, but Hanoni, I feel like he would leave. I feel like he would leave because Hotaru ain't here, so I feel like Hanoni's just gonna leave the party no matter what happens, or he'll stay and be really grumpy. I feel like he'll be respectful to me. I feel like he would be kind. Well, you know, though, I take that back. I could gush about Hotaru and have instant Hanoni winning, like winning in his book. I could have that. I think I'm also gonna lock in Obi for $4. So I've used $6. I love Obi, and I really think like no matter what kind of outing, no matter what we do, I feel like it'd be a blast to have Obi around. Like he's just great. He's funny, and I feel like he could be sneaky, and he would play some pranks if he's got that permission to do so. And Shirayuki will have her stay with Zen, so he don't have to worry about it, you know, not doing his job, guarding her and whatnot. So I feel like we'd be good there. So it's $6. I sort of really want to say Taejun from Yona. I love Taejun. I didn't like him at first, but he has one of the best character redemptions, and I so wish there was more merch of him because I want him represented in my collection very, very badly. Very badly. I guess talking about that, let's go down to the dollar tier. I think I'm gonna say Boris from Alice in the Country of Hearts. I feel like him and Obi, the shenanigans that would ensue would be unhinged, okay? I could even see Genji getting up on this, all right? I feel like it would be unhinged, but it would be so much fun. So I guess what? So we got 2, 6, 7. Saying that, if we got Obi and Boris and their unhingedness together and having a blast, I need somebody down to earth. I need somebody who's calm. I mean, I feel like Suna would be a perfect fit for that. We also could say Zen from Love That's an Understatement. I do feel like Izark would be a little bit too serious for me. I feel like Iori would actually be really good. We could have Himuro from The Ice Guy. That would be a lot of fun with all the snow, but I feel like he might be a little bit overwhelmed, you know? I don't want to do that to him. He's one of my favorites as well. Oh man, maybe we're just gonna go full unhinged here because I just don't know. Maybe I should still say Zen from Dreaming Sun. I think he would be a lot of fun. I feel like he would really liven things up, you know what I mean? Maybe I should lock him in. How much again? We've used $7, right? Obi's 4, Genji's 2, and Boris, so yeah, so $7. We'd be at $9 if I do that. That means I could do somebody from the dollar tier and then somebody from the $5 tier. So I also really want to say Zen from Love That's an Understatement. I feel like he would be a lot of fun to hang out with, and I feel like he could be chill and he could be really, feel like not quite over the top shenanigans. I don't feel quite like that. So maybe I should go with Zen. He has a good balance to him, but man, yeah, I want Suna as well, and Suna could do both. He could do both. And he can have fun, but then if I say Suna, I can't say Ichikura. Ichikura though, I mean, y'all know hands down, he would definitely, oh no, I was gonna say liven things up, but I don't know, he may not like all the loud noise, you know what I'm saying? He may not like that, so if I say Suna, we'd be at $11. I'm gonna lock it in, y'all. I'm gonna lock it in because I love Suna, and when I saw that my friend chose him, two friends actually, I squealed internally. And I feel like maybe he wouldn't do as well, like with all the shenanigans, but I feel like he would just roll with it. I feel like he would roll with it, and we could, you know what, if need be, we could go to the bookstore while the shenanigans unfold, but I feel like with my team right now, we would be going to the arcade, y'all. We would be going to the arcade and having a blast. Would Suna like the arcade? Haven't him and Takio ever gone to the arcade? I don't know. I feel a little bit bad for bringing Suna to the arcade though, because I don't, you know, I think he'd have fun. We're still keeping it. We've locked it in. We've locked it in, okay? We were at $11. Genji, I feel like, would have a good time at the arcade. Boris, I feel like they would just be so much fun at the arcade. They would lock into some kind of game. I feel like I'd be roped into some competitive game and would be pretty unhinged. I can be pretty competitive when I want to. So we have $11. I could say Zen. I could say Zen because I love Zen as well. Kyuta, I feel like he would not appreciate all of the arcade stuff, but if we're going to the arcade, maybe we could go to somewhere that sells Japanese merch and I can ask him to get me things of my favorite shoujo series of merch since he is, you know, nailing it in volume 1, getting all of that merch. That could be a win for me, but I feel bad for using him like that, so we're not gonna say him. We're not gonna say him. I feel like the person, is it Sazayan? I think I'm saying his name right from My Little Monster. I haven't read that series yet, but I feel like he would have a really great time. We said 11, right? Maybe we're gonna do Zen from Dreaming Sun. I just keep going back to him, so we're gonna lock him in as well. Might as well add to the rambunctiousness here. We are what? At $13. Either I could do somebody else from the $2 tier, or I could do 2 people from the $2 tier. I feel like Kyo would not enjoy the arcade. I feel like he would not love this. I do feel like Kai would. I have read volume 1 of Hatsu Haru, but if I say Himuro, I've got to choose him and one other person. Would Iori like the arcade? I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like I'm wanting Himuro here. I really do. With all of his cute little snowman, I feel like he could, I was supposed to say be chill, but no pun intended. I sort of feel like Genji and him would hit it off really well, honestly. I could see Himuro going to an arcade. I don't think, from what I remember, he's a god to one, but I mean, his sister's a singer, so I feel like he would be okay in loud places. So we're gonna lock in him as well. So just to make sure, we've done 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So who's gonna be the last one? You know, I'm sort of saying Iori a little bit because, you know, I did share, I read what, the first 3 volumes of How I Met My Soulmate, and I didn't super love it until I got to the 3rd volume. And I feel like maybe, would Iori, would he care enough to change my mind? I don't know. I mean, I know that would be sort of like, he's a character we're not supposed to talk about, you know, his series. But I mean, I sort of would like that opportunity. And I do feel like Iori would be like, yo, let's go to the bookstore. Because if Suna's with us, I mean, I want to go to the arcade and the bookstore. And I want to eat something. That is what I feel like would be like when I think of my ultimate shoujo team here. I think for my final one, I think I'm going with Iori. I feel like he could do well at the arcade. He would enjoy going out. I feel like he is very chill, but he could be pretty upbeat too, I think. And again, I feel like, you know, at the bookstore when we're there, I sort of feel bad saying this because I feel like Suna's gonna have to reel in Obi and Boris, potentially Genji and Zen from Dream and Sun, and poor Himuro. I don't know, Himuro. I don't know, Himuro. I don't know where you would be, buddy, but you know, I could go off to the side in the bookstore and meet Iori. We could have a chat. And he'd be like, yo, I don't know how he feels about his girl. Like, I know he really likes the female lead, and I'm blanking on her name right now, but I feel like, y'all, that would be a pivotal conversation for me if I would continue How I Met My Soulmate. I feel like, is meta, if I use the word meta, is that the right way to say this right now? And Himuro, oh my goodness. Y'all, I feel like I would just be squealing so much around him, and I feel like I would unintentionally make him uncomfortable, but maybe him and Suna would hit it off really well, okay? And I do feel like with Obi, Boris, Genji, and Zen, we're gonna be having the best times of our lives. I mean, I wouldn't say that I am like as energetic as I was many years ago, but I loved going to the arcade. I used to go all the time before I got married and had kids and whatnot, so I feel in great hands. Like, we would have a really swell time, and I'm hopefully with poor sweet Zen, hopefully I am reading into his personality, right? Because I didn't read much about him. He does seem really sweet, and it'd be really bad if I just roped him into being with all of the WoW people here, and he's like not even like that. You know, I feel like I have a pretty nice balance. I do feel bad that I didn't do anybody from the $5 tier, and I think I sort of like had in my mind that I was gonna do Ichikura, but we got a good balance. I feel like Genji, Himuro, and Iori, and Suna, pretty chill, you know, and then we have Obi, Zen, and Boris. I love it. I love it. I need them to just jump out of their character pages, their manga, and come chill and hang out with me because I feel so happy with this shoujo team. I do feel bad that I didn't choose some of the people that I had talked about though, you know, like Taechun. I feel like I had that in my mind, as well as Zen. I feel like I had it in my mind as well, but we're locking it in. We have locked it in. So again, my ultimate picks from my Shoujo team, Boys Edition. I am saying Obi from Sonic the Red Hair, Suna from My Love Story, Genji from Kakariko Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, Zen from Dreaming Sun, Iori from How I Met My Soulmate, Himuro from The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl, and then Boris from Alice in the Country of Hearts. I feel like I have so many more characters that I'm hanging out with for the Shoujo team compared to the Girls Edition, but I'm so excited. I would love to hear from you, friends. How would you build your Shoujo team with $15? Who would you choose on your team? What would you do with them? Please let me know. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!